Juventus want to show that their cup exit midweek was merely a blip as they seek to continue their march towards Champions League qualification. Standing in the way are a Lazio side who have had plenty of ups and downs this term, but did beat Juventus in the reverse fixture back in October. At the Allianz Stadium, it's Juventus against Lazio. And now we are underway. Juventus back in action then just days after their loss to Atalanta in the Cup as Yildiz goes direct. And they're appealing here, the Juventus players. Now Kenan Yildiz for Cambiaso. He's looking to make amends after his own goal last week, Andrea Cambiaso. Locatelli, though, has a pocket of space to clear his lines, and he's done really well to spot McKennie. Now Juventus on the break. McKennie. Thuram. Yildiz. The idea was there, and Cataldi no option but to put it out for a corner.
Yeah, I think Yildiz was trying to feed McKennie on the back post area. He does that kind of move usually, but they are probably spotted at Cataldi, read the situation well.
Kalulu. Back with the Frenchman. Kalulu for Bremer! Fine stop by Provedel. Bremer thought his purple patch was continuing there.
Yeah, brilliant save by Provedel, but wonderful ball in from Kalulu. Bremer, as usual, rising higher than anyone.
Cabal. Here's David. Back with Cabal. Cabal goes to ground, we play on. Now Yildiz. And swept away, but only to Cope Miners. Cabal stayed down. McKennie. Kalulu, need another good ball from him. Yildiz, Cope Miners! Through the crowd and in! Spalletti's looking to reinvent him as a centre-back. He gets his first of the campaign. Jury is still out, but this could be a turning point, but the referee has the arm up.
Yeah, they're checking on something. He's pointing, probably there is an offside position. They're gonna check it. They have to check a couple of times. First, probably, let's see if Thuram is, yeah, he's probably in an offside position, the French number 19, but they're gonna check this challenge as well in between Gila and Cabal. So at the VAR, they have plenty of work to do. This is, let's see from this point, from this replay, Thomas. Yeah, you can see the Provedel probably has got Thuram in front, so he cannot see the ball. Yeah, there is a deflection from a Lazio defender, and the ball hits the net. So, big job for Mazzoleni as well. But Thuram look like he's in an onside position. Offside, sorry.
Confirmation then of what you were saying there, Mamo. Clearly, Kefren Thuram was obstructing the view of Provedel, and he was in an offside position, so the goal won't stand. Koopman's thought he was celebrating his first goal of the campaign, and maybe one of those turning points, even though we have said that before. Miners. Thuram. Yildiz. Thuram. Back with Yildiz. Nice cutback. Cabal. Still there. Oh, David. Great control. Yildiz. Cambiaso. McKennie. They're queuing up here. Kalulu. Cambiaso's there. And then Miners! Through a sea of Lazio jerseys and very nearly in.
Yeah, he finds himself tonight, but it's all coming from the video. Brilliant first touch near the byline.
Locatelli has to be careful here. Maldini picks his pocket. Locatelli caught napping now. Maldini. Pedro! In the dying embers of the first half, Lazio a real smash and grab. Locatelli, what an error. Maldini for Pedro. And the 38-year-old still going strong in the big games.
Yes, Thomas, that's what they were looking for. Wait, and hit Juventus in transition. Huge mistake by Juventus skipper. Maldini sneaking at the back there. And then here, perfect ball with the perfect time. And then from there, Pedro doesn't miss. Yes, he's been helped by Bremer deflection. But this is an astonishing goal, because Juventus were far the better team in the first half.
And now Maldini goes to ground. The referee says the ball was won.
Yeah, but you cannot lose that kind of ball, especially if your team is wide open and you are in control.
And there goes the half-time whistle. Pedro strike the difference then. Lazio barely having a sniff, Juventus chance after chance, but paying the price for their profligacy. There, the silky Spaniard, the veteran, showing all his class. Took a touch off Bremer, who had a chance of his own earlier in the game. But at the interval, it is Juventus 0, Lazio 1. Hello again and welcome back to the Allianz Stadium. You rejoin us as a change is incoming here. Basic, the number 26 of Lazio, we saw him pick up an injury shortly before the end of the first half. So Dele hasn't had too much playing time this season because of injury, but also his international commitments with his native Nigeria, helping the Eagles finish third. There is Edin Jagrova, another half-time change then. Just waiting to see who's made way for the Bianconeri. One would maybe assume Cambiaso. What we do know is Jagrova is on. And it is Cabal, so again, one should never assume. Hello again, Manuel Pascali. Second half is underway.
Yeah, so we will see how Juventus now is gonna shape. Kind of 4-4-2 maybe, with McKennie alongside David, Yildiz wide left, and Jagrova wide right.
Isaksen looking to get away. Now comes to Maldini. That would have been some start to the second period. Getting a second. And they're putting the pressure on here, Lazio, Dele. It's scrappy from both sides. Miners away. Now Profsgaard, Pedro. His goal splitting the sides then. Getting that goal on the cusp of half-time in added time of the first period. So a quick recap then, Basic off. Dele on for the injured Croatian, and Cabal off, and Cambiaso appears to have dropped back, and Jagrova, of course, will play where Cambiaso was playing in the first half. In midfield. Cataldi, great ball. Isaksen now. Isaksen! They've doubled their lead. Isaksen! Couple of huge goals last season. And that could be another one for the Biancocelesti.
Thomas, this is the Sarri ball. We're gonna see it. Vertical ball, support for Cataldi. Fantastic first touch through ball from the skipper. You can see everyone is hugging the number 32, because we're gonna see again from a replay. Look here, ball into Dele Bashir. This is Sarri philosophy. And from here, from a tight angle, not sure if Di Gregorio can do something better. Yes, the shot with the right foot is powerful, but from that angle, Michele Di Gregorio can do a better job. But now, Lazio doubled their lead.
Lazio dreaming then of winning home and away. Jagrova checking in field. Now Lazio can afford to try and protect this 2-goal cushion, invite Juventus forward. Ken Yildiz. Yildiz! Provedel palms it away. Danger not over, Jagrova. One-on-one with Nuno Tavares, Jagrova. Profsgaard sliding in. Now Bremer. Cope Miners. Yildiz coming close then. Jagrova looking to put the frighteners then on for Lazio. Jagrova looking for Cambiaso, Marasic. Now Yildiz again. Thuram! The idea was there. Unable though to work the Lazio keeper. Tavares gets there. Taylor. No Tavares. Dele Bashiro. That was a really good opportunity. This would really burst Juve's bubble out of the cup. Dropping points in the race for Champions League football. Kenan Yildiz trying to do it all alone here. Cambiaso. Yildiz. Locatelli. Now McKennie. Comes to Jagrova. Still in play. Cambiaso, McKennie! They've got one back. He's been Mr. Consistent for Juventus, and now he's adding goals to his game. And it's game on again here. And Juve have plenty of time to get an equalizer.
Thomas, easy, put the ball in the box. He's gonna find the position, he's gonna hit it, and he's gonna find the net. So many chances, chance after chance, but finally, look, Gila is losing him there, not tight enough, and McKennie, confidence player, there with confidence, finding the net, kissing the post, no chance, this time from Provedel, game on.
Touch of the one then from Weston McKennie. Here's Kenan Yildiz. Looking to win the foul. Not given. Cataldi back with Providel. Now Zagrova. Yildiz. This is Locatelli! Very nearly making amends for his error in the first half.
Yeah, now Juventus are flying out on flames here. Picking up the pieces, Zagrova finding Yildiz, then Locatelli. Decent effort, too wide, just inches away from the far post.
Kenan Yildiz thought he was going to race away there. Lazio stand their ground now. Lazio coming forward. Taylor. Daniel Maldini. For Noslin. Taylor. Just wide. Lazio very nearly restoring their 2-goal cushion.
And that is the plan, Sarri plan.
Kalulu. Zagrova. Yildiz. Kalulu. Zagrova. McKennie. Yildiz! Punched away by Providel. And then the whistle goes.
Yeah, what a game Providel is having. Fantastic save again. Juventus worked well here. McKennie, great layoff towards Yildiz. Good strike, but again, Providel pumped it away, and I think Boga probably is the player that he's in.
Thuram. Here is Yildiz. Thuram. That's a great sliding challenge. Really great work. I think it was Taylor. Daniel Maldini can't afford to lose possession there. No Tavares. Loads of options here. Tavares. Delebashiru. Noslin has spurned a glorious opportunity to win it for Lazio. Miretti. Boga. Jeremy Boga. Chipped in. Kalulu! Deep into added time. Kalulu! The ever-present figure heads home in front of the on-watching Dusan Vlahovic. 2-2, and Juventus have rescued a point.
And it's a well-deserved goal. Big switch of play again. From Miretti to Boga, who beat Cancellieri back again. Look, Nuno Tavares, I don't know what he's doing. You have to pick your man, stay with him. Kalulu, free header from just a couple of meters. And no chance even for Providel tonight. And that earns at least 1 point for Juventus.
Full marks to Jeremy Boga as well on his Serie A debut for Juventus with the assist. Kalulu heading home. David. Now Openda, wide.
Misunderstanding between Romagnoli and Patrick, and nobody went for the high ball.
We're now approaching the 8th minute of added time. Boga, Openda! And that probably was the last chance. Lazio were moments away from a massive win, but Juventus with that never say die spirit. Fino alla fine, Pierre Kalulu grabbing a point for the Bianconeri deep into added time. McKennie sparking the comeback after Pedro and Isaksen put Lazio on course. to do the double against the Bianconeri. That isn't the case for Juventus. Mixed emotions because they do drop points in the race for the top four.